Welcome back, everybody, to the Fox in the Box podcast. We're moving on now. We're going to tackle a club that we both are fairly high on coming into this new Premier League season, and that's Brighton Hove Albion. They finished 15th in the table last season, and I think they have some high hopes with Graham Potter walking into this new campaign. A lot of ins and a lot of outs throughout this club. Matt, take it away and tell me what you like and what you dislike about Brighton Hove.
Well, they've got an array of center halves that I really like. So they're solid at the back. Let's just touch on Ben White first. Ben White, the best defensive player in the championship last season, was loaned out to Leeds. And what do Leeds want to do right after the season ends? They want to buy him back. They want to pay in excess of 20, 25 million pounds. And Brighton say, not so fast, my friends. Because he is such a quality defender, they let Shane Duffy walk to Celtic on loan. Mm-hmm. And they bring in also Joel Veltman from Ajax, a Dutch national player. And then let's just talk about Lamptey as well. Tarek Lamptey, in January, they bought him on the cheap from Chelsea, one of those Chelsea youth products that didn't end up making it there, but really had success in the second half of last season. We've got a couple exits. Glenn Murray, who was their talisman for a few years now, and really helped them, kind of stay up a couple seasons ago. And Aaron Moy, who I've always kind of raved about, the Australian midfielder, now makes his way in an expensive move to China. But they bring in a player like Adam Lallana, a guy that's won the Champions League, a guy that's won this league. And then you have this free-flowing, attacking-minded manager as well. So you've got a solid back, and then your midfield is fairly creative. Neil Maupay, Cody.
Yeah.
He was one of the guys that just trended all the way up for me last season. Yeah. He scored brilliant goals against big teams. And Basuma is one of the best buys really in the last probably 12 months or so. Just one of those midfielders that's going to rough it up right there in the middle of the park. And really, they fit, like you talked about, Cody, they finished 15th last season. I'm looking for them to be more of a mid-table side, maybe in that 10-11 range this season. I like them a lot.
No, I'm with you. Like I said, we do like Brighton. I'll start it off by saying I think they're in the 12-13 slot. I have them at 13th behind the team we'll talk about in the next episode, actually. Like you said, they didn't really lose anything. Aaron Moy walking, it doesn't bother me. Sure, he's creative. They're stuffing him out on the wing most matches, and he kind of lost his legs. Mm-hmm. He's always got a shot and a pass in him, but I think he was a bit past it. They sent him off to China, and they brought in Adam Lallana, who, if he can stay fit, another one of those players, can make a huge impact for them. I mean, he's a guy who won it all at Liverpool, and he was crucial for them for years, and a consistent player. You know what you're getting at Adam Lallana. He can slide into that role. You can play him out wide, which is what I'm seeing they're working on. They're probably going to play him out right behind Trossard, who's another great goal scorer. And I think he'll make an impact. I do. And Basuma, Matt, very high on him as well. Extremely high on him. He was man of the match when they played Arsenal last year, and that was an infamous match where Neil Maupay took out Leno's knee, which is questionable, but he's a good player. He moves all around the park. He's a box-to-box guy who can make an impact when the ball's at his feet, and he'll pull you down if you get by him. He's a very smart player. I like what they're cooking up in Brighton Hove on the South Coast, man. I really, really do. Lars Dendoncker is going to join his brother in the Premier League.
One of my favorite names, Dendoncker. To join his brother in the Premiership. He's only 19 years old. Getting signed from Bruges, which is a club that has consistently thrown out great prospects over the years. The biggest Belgian club there is, really. They won the league last season. Right. Can he make an impact in the middle of the park?
And I think you'll see him playing that Basuma role. He's going to slide in there and hopefully provide some depth where they really need it, because I'm going to tell you, they're really thin in the middle of the park. They are thin there.
And I'm right there with you. And one thing as well with this side is this season they're going to be able to be a lot more flexible. I think that they had, kind of only one way to play last season, and they played it well. Now Graham Potter has some options, not just off the bench, but just tactically, formationally. They could probably even play a 4-2-3-1 here in the season. So it's really – the outlook is strong for Brighton. I don't think that they're going to have to worry about the drop, and really that's about it for me here.
Yeah, and I'm just going to wrap it up by saying, well, Graham Potter's been doing in the Chelsea friendly they had last week, he's playing five at the back. I don't know if he's going to really transition to that, because it gives a lot up as far as your goal scoring opportunities go, because Brighton, there's one thing they struggled with last year was goals. They'd go through a rough patch of, getting blanked for weeks, and then they come out and score 3 goals. You kind of didn't know what you're getting. They need to find that consistency, and I think they're buying the right players to get that done.
Yeah, only 39 goals last season. They gave up 54. It's not the greatest goal differential there, but I think that they're going to be a slightly more solid at the back and slightly better than their offensive woes last season.
Right.
I think they're looking more towards 45, 46 goals and conceding about 45. I think they're going to be that goal differential could really come down a little bit.
They need it to come down. I mean, the minus 13 goal differential. They need to work on that and bring it, closer to that 10 range, 10 to 5 to 10 range. So I think they can do it. And that'll pretty much wrap up Brighton, guys. I have them stapled in right now at 13th in the table. And Matt, you have them at what?
I've got them at 12 here. Yeah, the outlook is strong. The outlook is strong for the Brighton and Hove Albions.
Cheers, guys.